It's start time with the Star Roddy Rod.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your homie Big Smash, representing Bet the House Podcast, the illest, most trillest, most realest show you could ever listen to. Checking out my boy Star Roddy Rod. Y'all already know what time it is. Check us out. We out here. We lit. We popping. The up and coming scene is deadly. And we in control of that shit. Y'all already know what it is, man. Pop the fuck up. We out.
It's start time, and I'm back. I'm your host, the Star Roddy Rod, and today we got a special guest, Big Smash of Bet the House Podcast in the building. What's going on?
What's happening? What's happening? What's the
Welcome
deal?
to start time, man.
Oh yeah. It's overdue.
Long overdue, man. So tell the audience about yourself, man.
I'm Big Smash, host of Bet the House Podcast.
Yeah.
300 episodes and running. I'm probably the most shit talking this podcast that you'll ever meet in your life, but it's all fun. It's all love. It's all entertaining. Y'all already know what it is.
All right, so tell me more about Bet the House. I see that. I know you Big Smash, but I know that you have other co-hosts on the podcast as well, right?
Yeah, I got other co-hosts, man. My podcast is a revolving door, I like to say. I got 4 other co-hosts and a whole bunch of other special podcasts that come through from time to time and host. We just speak our mind, and we like to be ourselves. We're not politically correct at all. Like, I don't bite my tongue, and my team around me doesn't bite their tongue. But everybody's out doing their thing right now, so I had to keep this train moving until everybody comes back together. So, for the most part, it's been me, but I'm deep in this podcast game, so I can always find people to talk to.
That is what's up. And I see your social media movement. You do a lot of lives. A lot of people.
Oh yeah. One thing about me again, I feel like I could talk to anybody. I feel like I can talk about anything, and I know how to keep it entertaining. So my foot is coming through the door, and once I get through that door, it's really a wrap.
Yeah,
I don't hold nothing back, man. Listen, I ain't never met a debate I ain't like, so I don't hold nothing back.
Man, I tell you, when I saw that debate with you and Miss Weinstein, man.
Oh yeah,
that's one of my her own.
Yeah, that's one of my other little things we do. I bring podcasters together. So, I started a series of podcast debates. And basically, it's a podcast team builder type of thing, because it brings podcasters from all over, and they just, podcast is a form of debate anyway. So what it is we just bring podcasters together and they debate. The crowd picks the topics, and, they decide the winner like that. So it was something fun that we are actually kicking back off in July. So I'll be kicking that back off in July as part of my 30 for 30. So what I'm doing in July is I'm gonna have brand new content dropping every day for the full 30 days of July, and then on the 31st it's gonna be a live content special happen. So I've been gearing up for that. That's something else that I'm putting together.
That is great, man. You're probably one of the hardest recommended podcasts, man. I always see you producing episodes. How many episodes you do a week?
Just one. Then I'll go live. I got my Bet the House After Hours. I go live on YouTube and Facebook for that. Then I got couple little Instagram shows I do. So I try to listen. I just try to be active. You know.
Yeah, that's what we could do. I know through you, I've came across a lot of podcasts such as Frocast and the Toxic Bible Study.
Yeah. I think like I said, yeah, that's one of the things I like, man.
Though.
Huh?
I said it's a great thing, that you bring everybody together,
I try to, one thing about me is I love potting, man. So, this game, it can be rough at times. It can burn you out, but if you love what you're doing, it's not really considered work. It's just grinding, and we're going to keep grinding until I feel like I'm ready to quit. But for the most part, I just been in the background, I got some stuff I'm working on with my kids,
Oh, wow.
My kids are going to be coming out with a show called, to them, it's going to stand for the kids. To me, it's going to stand for fuck them kids. But it's going to be a little twist on it,
That is something. That is something that your kids are inspired to do podcasting too. So I know that's going to take off real good too.
Yeah. Say that again.
I said I know that's going to take off really good because they got you backing them.
Oh yeah, man. One thing about me, like, I gotta put them to work. I gotta put them to work. I got so many of them, so they gotta do something. They can't just lounge around and be kicking it like it's a free run. Like, everybody gotta understand that, hard work pays off eventually. It's not an overnight thing. So my goal has always been to instill into my children that nothing in this world is given to you. Everything that you want, you got to get out there and earn it. So they watch me. They see how I'm always podcasting. So yeah. I think it's like they're interested. They're intrigued.
That's great.
So I'm looking at that as, just passing some down to them.
So how long have you been podcasting?
Since 2018.
Now 2023. Wow. It's dope. 300 episodes from 2018 to now.
Man, and we ain't even like we ain't even touched the countless guest appearances and features and things that I've done in this game. So it's like, it's a lot. Like I really, one of my things was I had to take a little bit of time away from podcasting because it was in a phase that for a year and a half, I was dropping a brand new episode every week. And so because my recording game was crazy, I was recording like 5 or 6 episodes a week. So no, not even that. Not a week. 5 or 6 episodes a day.
Wow.
Like, my recording game was crazy. And it started interfering with other things in my life, man. So I had to find a balance. So, and that's what I'm doing now. It's only certain days that I record. And then the rest of the time I'm either doing work or family related things because I love podcasting, but once podcasting becomes your life, you succumb to everything else around you. And that's not the life that I wanted. So I had to find a balance, which I did. And it all works out, man. This podcast game will kill you. Like mentally, it'll kill you. Because if you're always, podding, then everything else around you is going up in flames then, so I had to take a little time, man, and you know, that's just what I'm doing now. Like sometimes I'll be working, sometimes I'll be grinding, but I'm always writing notes. I'm always writing things down. I'm always having topics. Like I got a game plan, man. It's a lot of things happening for Big Smash that people just don't really understand. I got 2 radio shows. 2 radio shows that come on every week. Shout out to my boy Ro. We got the Smash and Roll radio show popping off on Opulence Radio every Monday night. And then I'm working on another show. And then I'm actually working on another show. It's a little late night show. We're gonna call it Extracurricular Activities. So I'm always working, man. I believe in, you know, giving back, and I see podcasters like yourself and Mr. Gentleman. You know, I see what y'all doing, man. Y'all got y'all own podcast cinematic universe going on over there, man. So that's a big thing, man. We need more people out here that's putting their people in position and coming up together and putting things together. So we need more of that togetherness in this game, man. Like you see all these other races putting their people on, but you know, I look at what y'all doing, and it's a beautiful feeling, man, to be able to see.
Thanks.
You know,
it means a lot, man. Because you really. I also take notes of what y'all doing, like what you do, and even GFT Radio. They have their own little conglomerate of people that work with them and put out content different days a week as well. So, you know, we just taking notes, we looking at what everybody doing and see what works for us, you know?
And that's the beauty of it. You're staying in your lane, you know, and
of course.
You know, that's the name of the game. Staying in your lane, finding out what works for you. Not what's working for other people, just what works for you.
Yeah, like taking things here and there, but not making it like we're stealing, but you know, making it our own, if you know what I mean.
I think it's just, you know, I love the coming togetherness, you know.
Of course.
I think people don't understand that, you know, ain't no I in team at all. So, you know, I think that's the beauty of it, man. Like, you know, everybody doesn't have to do it alone. You know, you don't have to do all the work by yourself. You know, Michael Jordan didn't win by himself. Kobe didn't win by himself. Tom Brady didn't win by himself. I think it's just a team thing. You got to structure yourself, and you got to fit yourself in the way that you're doing things. See, egos are a real thing. I know I have one. I have a super ego. I don't really, you know, try to deny that. But I think it's just all about fitting your ego in within the realms of the team. So, you know, when I look at everybody around me and I just be like, yo, these motherfuckers make me step my game up. It ain't these motherfuckers make me mad, bro. I'm jealous as hell of these niggas. Nah, it just makes me, I gotta step my shit up. I'm slacking. You know what I'm saying? And healthy competition is cool, you know, because the way I see it is I want to see all us win.
Yes.
All of us got to win. It's enough room in this game for everybody in this game to win.
Yes.
So when you don't see that one person on your team clapping for you, that's a motherfucker you need to get off your team. But I'm gonna tell you what, if your individual accomplishments are cool and we're losing, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna stand up and clap for you because we still got work to do. It's cool what you doing. Now I admire that shit, but the team is losing. So you know what I'm saying? Now take that back to the whole Anthony Davis LeBron shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure Anthony Davis was happy for LeBron and his scoring record, but at the end of the day, my man's, we losing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to be happy about right now. We losing. So I think it's just, I want to win. And I don't care even if it ain't my turn at that point, at that moment to win. and I see y'all winning, or I see my guys over there, what the shit, and Savagely Humble and Dramo and everybody else, Dolomite, Frocast, Cool Out, all those guys. When I see those guys winning and shining, I sit back and just like, yeah, pass the baton. We gonna keep passing it back. So I think it's like you just gotta keep going. Like, I know there are times where motherfuckers be like, yeah, man, I'm ready to quit. I'm tired. I want to give up. But nah, I can't give up. I got 9 sets of eyeballs looking at me, dog. So it's like, I can't give up. I might stumble. I might fall. I might even break a little bit. But I just feel like giving up for me is not an option. It's not even a thought. Like, it's not even, there have been times where life has been hit, and life has been hit me extremely hard these last 3 months. I had got dropped from my job. I was there for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Rain, sleet, hail, snow, I was there. And, they got a bunch of new management in, and they was looking for any reason to clean house. So, they got rid of me, which kind of pissed me off. But them doors started opening, because the minute I started filling out applications, them calls kept coming in. And it's like them calls with more pay, with a better schedule, with a better environment. You know what I'm saying? More benefits. All these calls started coming in. So I was like, yeah, I was down and out for a minute about that shit, but I was like, man, them doors closed for a reason. So that's the strength that I say about this game, about coming together, man. If we become tighter than a fist, who can break that shit?
Right.
So anybody out there that's discouraged or feeling like, they're down and the world don't love them and they can't catch a break, you got to keep going. Like, you have to, like, because once you give them an inkling that you're defeated, that they got you, that's what they's gonna get you. Every time they say something to you, you forget about your moves and your goals and things like that. Hey, man, keep going, because a bully only gonna bully you for so long till you start beating their ass back.
Damn right. I wanted to get into something really fast. You said that healthy competition. Now, you definitely set the healthy competition every time you put the top 25 out.
Yeah. And they hated. It was some podcast. You know what? I'm a just again, I don't sugarcoat shit, man. I feel like this. Mm-hmm. And I truly mean every word that I'm about to say. This podcast game was fun for me until motherfuckers took all the fun out of it for me. When I did the top 25, it was just basically, what I listened to. And in the midst of that, I was giving recognition out to what I listened to. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't to, step on nobody's toes or tell nobody that they wasn't worth it or anything like that. It was just what I like listening to. I'm a podcaster. I like listening to other podcasts because in the end of the day, that helps me step my game up. So
yeah, definitely.
When I started doing that, I worked overnights. So a lot of times to keep me up, shit, I'm gonna see what's good in the streets. I'm gonna see what's happening in the streets. I'm gonna see what everybody popping, what everybody listening to, and seeing how I can improve and things like that. So when I started doing this list, and a lot of people was in their feelings.
Yeah, of course, because
and then it was like,
when they were at.
yeah, then it was like, yo, like, I didn't do this list to have people at their heads. I did this list to pay homage. Like, I love what y'all doing. I love my podcast people. Do your thing, and I actually stopped doing it for a minute, but that's cool because we bringing that back too. You know what I'm saying? And what I've been doing is I've been doing little test runs and doing different things. I've been dropping a little different lists here and there just to throw, just to throw some shit out there and see what's happening. But yeah, the top 25 is one of my babies, man. It used to be the top 50. And then
Whoa.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to listen to a lot of podcasts, but then you gotta think about it. A lot of podcasts that I came in with don't podcast anymore. So it couldn't even be the top 50 no more because, you know, my podcast list started dwindling. People would quit. People content was falling off. People effort was falling off. It was like, yo, I can't even listen to a lot of this shit no more because it don't have that same pizzazz. It's like with the when the underground artists, when they make it to the industry,
yeah,
that hunger don't feel the same as when they was trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? When they was trying to make it, they was hungry. You could hear it in their raps, you could hear it in their music. When they made it, it's like, oh shit, I made it. Now I can relax. That's how I felt some of these podcasts was, and they hadn't even made it. And you know,
the fame and everything get to them and they stop working, right?
Yeah, they stop grinding for you. You can hear like, they just doing this just for the check, just doing this. They just do it. They just do it for just because. It ain't no hunger for it. Like think about this, Rihanna. Rihanna ain't never got to drop another album again ever in life. She could if she want to, but Rihanna's a fucking billionaire. She doesn't have to do music no more. And I think that's what people get comfortable. Like once they make it to a certain level, they feel like they don't have to do the things that got them there anymore. And that's what I felt like a lot of these podcasters was out here doing. Like, I made it to this level. Okay, cool. Keep going. It's many more levels to get to. So that was my motivation. Like I never want to be like that. I never want to get too comfortable in this game. So I'm gonna keep pushing towards everything I want to push towards, and ain't nothing gonna stand in the way or push me out.
I tell you, man, that top 25 always encouraged me when I see it, because it's like, yo, I want to see myself on there. I want to see us on there. And then one day we was up on there. It was a great
yeah
feeling.
And again, like, just because, you know, people wasn't making the list, it doesn't mean I wasn't paying attention. Mm-hmm. Again, I pay attention to everything around me because I'm a fan of it. So I was seeing everything y'all was doing, you know, and, you know, I just wanted y'all to get the recognition that y'all deserve. And I know it's little old me, man. I ain't no big time ass motherfucking a lot of these podcasts, a lot of my viewers' eyes, but I do what I do. I do what I can. I do my part. And if it get me, you know, fulfillment, then cool. If it don't, then cool. But one thing
your network alone, the amount of people that you work with and you have under your belt will just bring the masses to our platform. So that alone is gonna grow us a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And if people keep seeing our name on your list, then they're gonna be like, "Oh, let me download them. Let me look for them. Let me see what this is about."
Yeah, because I always try to look out for the ones that look out for me, man. Y'all continue to shout me out. Y'all continue to tell people to go check us out. So I think it's only beautiful to pay it forward, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm a pay it forward kind of person. Like, even though, again, I ain't nowhere near where I want to be, but I still have the feeling in my mind to where, like, we could be all right if we all come together. Like, it's podcasting has really changed the way I view things and view people. And, you know, I just got to keep going. And that's all my motivation is. Like I said, we at 300. I plan on honestly going to about 5. And then after that, I'm kind of fading into the background and want to produce some shit and produce TV shows and web series and things like that. So that's really just been my motivation. Like, I have a book of stories and things. So. Yeah,
because that's a good thing, you know, like to branch out and, you know, you're going to see what you're going to do after 500. If somebody is going to pick it up, anything can happen. Be real big,
Mm.
and it could be more broad, more ears can listen. That's how I see it.
You just gotta have the right people behind you.
That too.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the right people behind you. You can't have. I ain't telling you to have no yes men, but what I'm telling you is that if you feel like I ain't doing right, tell me I ain't doing right. You know what I'm saying? Don't be around me just because.
Yes.
So one thing about me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do everything I'm supposed to do for everybody on my team, whether good or bad. And if you ain't a friend, you ain't my friend if I can't tell you that you ain't doing right. You ain't my friend that I can't tell you that you ain't living righteous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't tolerate deadbeat dads around me. I don't tolerate niggas that cheat on their women. I don't tolerate niggas that disrespect their mama. I don't tolerate like niggas that have no regard of living. Like, you can't be around me if you're not on a stepping stone to living the right way. What it is I have eight boys.
Wow.
I'm teaching my young men on how to grow out in the world and be men. So it's like, I can't be a hypocrite and hang out with a bunch of nothing ass niggas if I'm trying to teach my kids on how to be men. So yeah, I have a different element and a different path for the things that I'm out here doing, man. And sometimes I get knocked off my square, but for the most part, I do what I got to do, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
That's good. So I want to get into this topic right now.
Okay.
So I want to know, what do you think of celebrities that are showing like cleavage, that are like not, that are portraying themselves in like a sexual way, like Lizzo? Over the past few months, she's been really like showing out and basically showing out her body and stuff, and it's been all over. She's doing things that maybe 15 years ago people would have been canceled and whatnot. So I want to know how you feel about this.
Nah, they was never gonna cancel that, bro. Like, think about it. Like, sex sells. I don't think they was as out as they are now. Mm-hmm. But if you think about it and you look at the industry, you think about these celebrities, they've always been throwing sex out there to sell. Like, think about it. Like,
mm-hmm.
Prince was a freaky motherfucker.
Yeah.
The way that he worded his words, you wouldn't even think. Now, as a kid, you wouldn't even understand what the hell Prince talking about. Now that you are older and you listen to the Prince, you like, yo, this motherfucker was a freaky ass motherfucker. So think about it. The industry is more open now. When Cardi B came out with fat ass, wet ass pussy.
Yeah.
All that shit, sex always been out. BET Uncut.
Mm-hmm.
All sex has always been something that has been out there. It just was, we gonna say this shit for the late night shit. We ain't gonna play this shit in the daytime. Now, they gonna play that shit in the daytime, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and doing church, whatever. They're gonna do it now. I think it's just the world has changed so many ways than 20, 15, 20 years ago, because the LGBT the alphabet community is out and open now. There are things that, even think about it, like,
that's crazy. Think about it like what?
Think about it like in all these black series.
Mm-hmm.
They got an alphabet community representative in all our black series.
I've noticed that every new TV show, even reboots, they have one or two LGBT character in the series. I've noticed that. So
it's like they look at us as that. So sometimes, in order to get ahead of the game, you gotta be a Lizzo. You gotta, show cleavage or cleavage or things like that.
But a lot of people A lot of people think that she's being too rated R, with what she's doing, And I understand that sex sells, but when the Nipplegate thing happened with Janet Jackson, she was banned and she was shamed for it for so long.
You know what? And I just think that if it was somebody white, they wouldn't have never tripped. So I think it's just different shit, man. Like you have to, your skin color changes, all of that. If Lizzo was fucking Miley Cyrus, they wouldn't have gave a fuck. But because it's Lizzo, they're gonna give a fuck.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
I think, and that's the beauty of it, man. Like the world picks and chooses. The world picks and chooses who they get behind. And I think a lot of people in the industry sell their soul just to get to where they are. And I mean, shit, being rich, being known all over the world, they probably thinking, hey, it's the way of life. But, some people have a price, and that price is not to sell their soul. So I'm not mad at Lizzo. I mean, she's an artist. She's expressing herself. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing I don't partake in is the children. Like, kids
I was just gonna get to that. Yeah,
kids are seeing this. So,
yeah.
So I don't really trip. I just think you gotta have some type of decorum, like when kids are around, things like that. So
there's no filter today really for kids. They get in tune with everything, especially with the whole digital age, and how you could search something up within 2 minutes on your phone and look on YouTube and just play 1-2 video, and the next YouTube video is something directly the same thing, or TikTok, or it's basically stacked for them. So
yeah,
once they see one thing, it's gonna be like an ongoing thing, and that's the thing I fear about the future with the kids. But yeah,
they want you to watch whatever they want you to watch. You know what I'm saying? They control the airwaves. They control the TVs and the broadcast and things like that. They do that. They're gonna get you to watch whatever they want you to watch. You know what I'm saying? Take it for this. Like, one thing about me, if you don't like something, turn it the fuck off. But they know that the shit is so good, why waste our time? They're gonna watch it anyway. So I just feel like a lot of times you gotta give them what they putting out there. That's why I podcast. You ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to say on nothing that I do. So you know what I'm saying? You don't like it, cool, don't listen. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like this, you can't really cancel anybody. The world gonna listen to what the world wants. If the world wants, now you have the powers that be that will try to cancel you. But if your demand is so strong, we gonna support you anyway. You know what I'm saying? And again, we are artists.
Mm-hmm.
We are expressing ourselves. Why is it a crime when a person of color expresses themselves the way that a person of non-color does, but we get ridiculed for it?
That's what I was going to say next.
Fucking Sam Smith is at the awards with all type of freaky shit going on, devil worship, all type of freaky shit. Don't nobody say shit. But, if it was a black man doing this shit, we got the pitchforks in the fire. We out here. So,
honestly, Lil Uzi Vert, he's a devil worshiper. And the things that he do, but people enjoy his
songs. Lil Uzi sold himself to the devil for that fame, man.
Yeah, I understand that.
Same thing with Lil Nas X.
Oh, don't even talk about that.
They will do whatever, however, to get that money, and then you have people like that won't sell their soul to get to where they at. I'd rather get to where I am on my own. Like, all money ain't good money.
All money ain't good money. That's true.
Yeah, and just like
because with Lil Nas X, his album cover is him naked all over the album cover, and I still think that's really too much.
Yeah, I just think a lot of these dudes would say and do anything for the fame, for the clout. We in the clout era.
In the clout, but it's portrayed for everybody. Like, I understand what you're saying, that sex sells, but now it's just being so open, and now that we're in like a sensitive time when it comes to the LGBT. So whenever they do something, we're supposed to let it slide. And I myself, I see it as an unfairness, to be real. Because they want to be like us, but they don't want to be like us. They want to be different, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I think you just gotta focus on really like being yourself. Like, you don't have to conform yourself to what everybody else is doing. You just got to be yourself. That's the basis of it. Just I'm gonna be me.
Of course.
I don't care what everybody else is doing. I don't care how they doing it. I just want to be me. And if being me gets me to where I need to get to, then it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't.
I'm just mentioning how media is being portrayed and pertaining of the whole people showing cleavage and people showing people expressing themselves in such a sexual way that the whole world could see, and how this day and age, we're in a digital age, so pulling up all this stuff is so quick and instant. As back in the day, they have filters where people young were able to really find sexually explicit stuff so easily. And now it's like, now with the art of streaming, kids can watch anything we watch too. There's, people having sex younger, people having kids younger, and I don't only blame it on TV, but TV kind of put it out there more. The music put it out there more, especially with the whole drill rap. The lyrics. I see these I walk around New York City, I see these little kids singing every lyric to this drill rap. Like they're gonna run up on their homie. It's a crazy time.
When they know more drill rap than they know their own ABCs, than they know their own name.
Exactly.
It's crazy. And you got the parents out here who encourage it.
But the parents are our age, so they
yeah, that's still no excuse though. Because if you was old enough to lay down and make some kids, be old enough to raise them and treat them the right way. Treat them not to make the same lessons that you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, teach them to go the opposite of you until they are really, really ready. Like, you have a lot of parents out here who became parents at times they were not ready for. For me, I think it was different. I had my first kid at 20. So I had already knew everything that I wanted to accomplish and how I was going to do it. And when I had kids, it motivated me to step up. A lot of these kids are out here trying to be friends with their children.
Oh, I see that a lot as well. And I don't really condone it.
Yeah, like, I'm your father. I'm not your friend. I love you. Don't get it twisted.
That kid will disrespect you in public.
Oh, they gonna disrespect who? Man.
You as the parent if you're not putting up in their place. So
I think yeah. I'm not one of those, you just gonna do whatever the hell you want to do as parents. Like, no, we ain't doing that. And I think that's just the difference between me and the new generation. I feel like I'm gonna do the things that I'm designed and destined to do, and no one's gonna get in the way of that. And as far as parenting, I'm gonna teach my kids to be better than me. So I think with a lot of times we want our kids to know that we love them and we accept them and all of this, but I'm not here to play with them. I'm not afraid to, I've already said it a million times. The streets cannot have my children. The world that we live in and the world's standards don't fit my kids' standards. So while we try to place Lizzo and all these guys in the box, it's not your box to put us in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be bigger than the box. You ain't putting no box on me and telling me this is all we have to give. No, I'm a black man in America. I got so much potential, so many things I want to do. I don't conform to being put in a box. And that's what the world tries to do. When you become bigger in something that they cannot control, then they say, oh, well, you're doing this. You're doing this. You're going to do how we say. You're going to do what we say, or we're going to cancel you. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And it's just like, yo, you didn't make me to cancel me. I made me.
That's why cancel culture is so big and so much people get caught up in it, because it's these celebrities that get caught into scandals and for speaking their mind, like freedom of speech. We can say what we want, but when Kanye said what he wanted, he got canceled. He went from a billionaire. He lost his billionaire status. No?
Yeah. And I think Kanye is just one of the many. Yeah, I think Kanye is a genius. Do I think some of his tactics be over the top? Yes. But you got to do what you got to do.
Do you think when it comes to cancel culture that they basically bat an eye or give an excuse when it comes to certain people? Like, there's a lot of outrageous things that I see that I see every day with celebrities and whatnot, and I just feel like they just let a lot of people pass with the stuff they do. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I get it. I just tell everybody, just gotta be your fucking self. I never wanted to be anything other than me. I never had plans on being the next such and such, or I want to be just like that person, or no, I want to be me, and wherever that goes, that goes. I never patterned myself to fit into anybody's standards. So, and that's just the way I wanted to do. I live my life the way I want to live my life, and I have no regrets about that.
But I'm not only talking about you, I'm talking about what is being portrayed in front of us.
Yeah, but again, that falls in line with it. Just because it's in front of us don't mean I gotta fall in line with it. Don't mean you gotta fall in line with it. You know what I'm saying? Society has a thing of putting things in front of us and expecting us to, be brainwashed by it. You could put a bunch of things like we going back to how the alphabet community is on every black show, and it's like they expect us to fall in line with that. Like, that's the way we're doing things. And so I just feel like, man, like, I'm gonna do everything that I have to do. I don't have to fit society norms. I talked about this on one of my episodes. My mountaintop is not society's mountaintop.
Got that.
You can't tell me what is my greatest accomplishment, because you don't have that say so. So when we see all this stuff on TV, when we hear all this stuff in music, when we see all this stuff in the world, it's like, yeah, I kind of want that energy away from me. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want that energy away from me. I don't need it by me. I don't want it. I don't care what y'all show me. I have my own brain and my own mind. You have your own brain and your own mind.
Of course I
Like,
do, yes.
we can't be convinced because that's what they want. Now, if you find a bunch of other of us who conform to the stuff that they put out, that's on them. But one thing I've always said, ain't no bunk beds in a casket. I came in this world alone. I'm gonna leave this world alone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a stick to. I tell anybody around me, man, have your own choices and your own decisions.
I personally choose at this point what I want to watch, what I want to listen to, and that's basically my choice and what I enjoy. Just like you said earlier, if you don't like something, turn it the fuck off. Right? I agree with you. So I mean, just wanted to talk about the body shaming because it's like you've seen it out here everywhere, and it's seemed to be more acceptable and less ridiculed, less there's no consequences for nothing. You had who you had? What's the girl name for Janelle Monáe?
Yeah.
She said something about what she said.
It's her body. But I understand her saying that she would never stoop to them levels. But I mean, at the end of the day, people can change their mind.
Mm-hmm.
They could change their mind. It's their body. They can do what they want to do with it.
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes when you're in the public eye, you have to withhold yourself into a certain standard when it comes to certain things because everybody's watching. But no. And like you said earlier, sex sells. So a lot of people aren't canceling them because they say it or do it.
Right.
So,
and I think that's just what it is. Like, I don't fit the world standards. So you can't cancel me because at the end of the day, I don't do this for the ones that hate me.
of course.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Somebody, out here will still listen, will still support, will still shine, will still show love, will still shout out. You know what I'm saying? So that's who I focus on.
And controversy and scandal sometimes bring more people, more ears, more numbers, more revenue. So I'm not saying that it's all bad. No? Exactly. So yeah, man.
It's just all about the hard work that you want and where you want your legacy to end up at. Not where the world wants you to be, not where your friends want you to be, not where your family wants you to be. Where do you want to be? Get up and go get it.
That's right. Where everything happening around us is basically the clear path of what we want and where we want to be, like you said. So yeah, I agree with that. So it was nice having you on, Big Smash.
Yes,
it's a good conversation. Go ahead and give some final words and drop your plug.
All right, man. Final words is be yourself. Don't try to fit in. Stand out. Find something that makes you, that brings the party to you and not you to the party. Never give up, never quit, never run, never back down. Stand on what you believe in. Stand firm on what you believe in, and don't let anyone else, take away anything that you stepped up to accomplish. Believe in self.
Mm-hmm.
Believe in self.
Self-love.
Even when don't nobody else believe in you, believe in self. Because at the end of the day, your goals and dreams aren't for everybody. They're for you. And you can catch us, man, Bethel House Podcast on all listening platforms every Friday. I try to keep them on Fridays, but just know they're going to be there every week, even if they ain't on Fridays. Shout out to Roddy Rod. My bad. The star Roddy Rod for
Yeah.
letting me politic one time on his brand. And man, shout out to everybody out there doing their thing.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure to have you, Big Smash. And hope to collaborate with you again in the future, even if it's on your platform too.
Absolutely. We got to do another one. We had one in the chamber, but the audio was kind of fucked up on my end. So I ain't want to put it out.
Hey, it's all good. We got time. All right. So be right back. This is the Star Roddy Rod, and I'm the host of Star Time. So I want to tell y'all about this awesome show that I'm on called the Premier Boys Podcast, where it's just me and 3 other brothers, Ken Mr. Gentleman, Ken Talk Aaron Sands, and Long Live the Chief Matty Mal, discussing topics of the culture and our opinions, latest news topics, latest stories, scandals, and we have a lot of fun doing this, you know? We talk our own opinions. Sometimes it's real raw, real raunchy, and sometimes it's just fun and games. So, you know, listen to it with an ear, you know, of enjoyment. We're here to entertain, you know? We talk about topics of the news. We talk about reviews of shows. We just talk about anything from music to current events and everything in between. So you can catch us on Wednesdays on all streaming platforms with the exception of Spotify. So after you listen to this, go right ahead and listen and subscribe to the Premier Boys Podcast. Recommended by me, the Star Roddy Rod of Star Time. All right. It's Star Time. Thank you for listening to episode 9 with special guest Big Smash up at the house. He came on. It's a long time coming, bro. And the bro came and delivered. And just want to let y'all know, that he did his thing. He came. I wanted to have one topic with him, but he kind of went into all his details of all the stuff he did. So it was a good thing. I think in the future, you know, he'll come back on Star Time and we'll definitely chop it up with a conversation or two. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, like, subscribe, and share. I got some good news for y'all. I'm back at number 1 on the documentary charts. Also, on next week, episode 10 will be the season finale. We had a very special guest. I ain't gonna tell y'all who it is. Y'all gotta tune in to find out who the special guest is. And don't forget to listen to me on Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Presents The Old School Show with Mr. Gentleman, Ken aka Mr. Gentleman, and featuring me, the Star Roddy Rod. June 29th, and every 4th Thursday you can catch that show. Wherever you catch them on all streaming platforms. So wherever you listen to the show, like, subscribe, share. Follow me on Instagram at the Star Roddy Rod. I ain't gonna tell you how to spell the star, but Roddy Rod is RODDY ROD. Follow me on Good Pods, and definitely want to give a shout out to everybody who's been rocking with me this whole season. I have a couple of loyal listeners, a couple of subscribers. So I want to shout out to all of y'all who subscribe to my show wherever you're listening. Just want to grow this platform as much as I can. So if you can, just share it with people that you know. If you think the show's really dope, recommend it to other people. Share the post on Instagram. So I'll catch y'all next week. Peace. I'm out.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your homie Big Smash, representing Bet the House Podcast, the illest, most trillest, most realest show you could ever listen to. Checking out my boy Star Roddy Rod. Y'all already know what time it is. Check us out. We out here. We lit. We popping. The up and coming scene is deadly. And we in control of that shit. Y'all already know what it is, man. Pop the fuck up. We out.